Many of you have heard me talk about how we don't want to approach our movement, exercise, or even workout program when we're in a state of stress. And you might think of that as having tension in your muscles, and you don't want to start with pre-shortened or pre-tensed muscles, but it's more than that. If your nervous system really feels that you're in a state of fight, flight, freeze, and a lot of us are running around in that state on the regular, then it's going to be counterproductive to go into our exercise program. And a big part of what I do is share lots of tools to help dial down that sensation of fight, flight, freeze before we exercise. And here's a very simple example of that. So putting 2 fingers between the eyebrows and the other hand just traces the midline of the body. This is helping to dial down some of that limbic energy, bring us back to the safety of the midline. You could do this briefly before beginning any sort of exercise program. And then ideally we want to go into exercises that also support that nervous system integration. So we're just going into first some pelvic tilts to kind of get our bearings about us as we're lying here. And then find neutral, pressing into the bridge. In the bridge here, just lowering down a few times, sensing, feeling where we're at in this moment. And then we're going to stay up in our bridge and bring the arms overhead. If they don't go that far, you can keep them wherever they'll go. And we're going to do a bridging cross crawl. So here's that cross body integration movement opportunity that's very soothing to our nervous system. So rather than revving up our nervous system and feeding into that sensation of fight, flight, freeze, we can actually use the movements to support our nervous system and dial down anxiety, stress, and any sensation or experience of being in fight, flight, freeze. And realize, of course, that a lot of times people don't even realize that they are in a state of fight, flight, freeze. So it's always a good idea to include some nervous system regulation exercises in your warm-up before you begin any type of exercise program. I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to drop a comment, send an email with any questions.